When you choose a fountain pen as a writing tool, you are different and unique. Let me show you a fountain pen which is just that. Ladies and gentlemen, super happy to have you back for another fountain pen review, and in this one we are going to be checking out a unique writing instrument from a brand which we have not seen too often on this channel, carandache, Swiss made. If by now on your radar carandache haven't seen too much action, let me tell you a little bit regarding the Swiss brand and its heritage and why do I think this is a different fountain pen, which I believe consists in a very valuable point in you getting one. And as usual with my reviews, we're going to check out some details regarding the brand itself, then we're going to dive into the customer experience, what you get when you order a carandache Leman. Then we're going to check out the details of this creation, side-by-side size comparison, writing sample, and in the end, I'm going to share some of my personal opinion regarding this fountain pen, and let's begin. Carandache. It is a prestigious Swiss manufacturer known for producing high-end writing instruments, vinyl supplies, and also stationery. It is founded in 1915 in Geneva. The brand has become synonymous with precision, craftsmanship, and elegant design, especially in the world of fountain pens, pencils, and colored pencils altogether. In the world of fountain pens, carandache is respected for creating refined Swiss-made fountain pens like this one right here, which blends modern styling with traditional craftsmanship. Their popular line includes Leman series, which is this one, the most popular one, which I like. And this one is based on lacquered finishes, and the name is inspired by a lake in Geneva, Lake Leman. Écrit, which is known for its signature hexagonal metal body with guilloche engraving and patterns, and the 849 fountain pen series, which is based on the 849 ballpoint series. Again, a true hit from carandache, which you're going to find also available on our website. But let's get back to the Leman series, our star of today. And this luxury series is inspired by the name Leman, which is a lake in Geneva. This series reflects the colors, depth, and serenity of the Swiss landscapes, with design which is meant to evoke water, light, seasonal tones. The Leman series includes fountain pens, roller balls, ballpoints, and mechanical pencils. What we have today, it's a fountain pen, which is designed with a keen look towards aesthetics, elegancy, and minimalism, and the sort of a vibe that I get when I use or have one of these fountain pens in my hand is just like a well-engineered Swiss clock. For this video review, I picked the Ebony Black Leman, which is a classical look Leman fountain pen, black with silver trim or black with gold color trim. And this evokes a sense of elegance, seriousness, and a classical look, which is not too flashy. And I believe when you say carandache, Geneva, Swiss made, that is something which we can establish as a ground upon which we can build a foundation. So if you want to have something like this, I believe you can start with the black color like this one. But ain't nothing simple regarding this black color. You're going to see as we're going to be getting into the details of this writing instrument. As a customer experience, it comes presented in a box like this, which is their clamshell box. We're going to be removing the lid, open the box like this, and inside you're going to find your fountain pen. This is the gold color trim. I've showed you the silver color trim as well. Under it we have the owner's guide book, and then right here you're going to have some of the cartridges. Simply just standard international cartridges. This is the customer experience. This is how you get your carandache Leman delivered. Now let's explore the overall look. What makes this carandache Leman so special? As a collector myself, I get to have a breath of fresh air whenever I get my hands on a carandache like this one, which is simply beautiful, elegant, black, shiny, with a very high-end finish. And have a look at the perfect body shape. The construction of this fountain pen, which is one, very solid. It doesn't have too many things going around on it, which makes it easily likable. And from the first moment that you get your hands on one of these fountain pens, you understand what it means: Swiss made, Swiss quality. The finial showcases the hexagonal pattern of the carandache series. It's inlaid in resin, gold just as well. It's amazing. It is polished to perfection, something like a point of reference, like a jewel. Whenever light shines, it gets your attention, and this finial, it's just that. It is slanted at an angle, so it's going like this. It has a large metal base, and this is something which keeps that clip very securely attached towards the cap. This clip, it's super interesting. It is very functional, and in my experience, it's one of the smoothest, most practical, and well built and well engineered clips that I've seen on fountain pens. It is spring loaded. It is solid. This is not your typical clip which is made of a stamped piece of steel. This is solid. This feels solid. The smoothness of the spring, it's incredible. Whenever you get your hands on a carandache, please try the clip because you will be amazed by how smooth is that clip, and that hinge is incredible. Every single trim element gets to be rhodium plated or gold plated. The plating is amazing. It is flawless no matter where you look. The cap starts to pick up in girth from this point right here towards this ring. The ring is the main central focal point of the fountain pen. On it, you get to have engraved carandache. On the back, opposite to the clip, we have Swiss made. And I believe this is something that they can be proud of because it's made in Swiss to Swiss standards. The cap and the body of the fountain pen is made out of brass, and brass gets to be lacquered, and this is where we can dive into an entire rabbit hole when it comes to this writing instrument. Each Leman fountain pen gets to be coated with up to 12 rich lacquer layers. Each layer gets to be polished in between, and this consists in having a glass-like sheen on every single fountain pen. It's sort of a glow-like, so it's glowing from within. It feels unique. It's not like a resin or something. It feels different when you touch it, and the finish is super resistant to either scratches, fading, and the passing of time doesn't affect this specific finish. And this is where I believe a lot of the value for this fountain pen gets to find its way to you, because you would want to have something which is timeless, and there is no better way than to have a timeless finish like the lacquered one on a fountain pen, which is a writing instrument which you can use and reuse for a lifetime, if not even more. Let's uncap the fountain pen, and we have one complete turn of the cap. It's shy of a complete turn of the cap, and this is done super smooth, very precise, and I love the threads of this fountain pen, the Carandache Leman, and I have not seen this type of a thread with so much space in between the threads. It is very smooth, very precise, and it feels like just butter when you uncap one of these fountain pens. Also, something which I want to point out is that the cap is lined with a sleeve which is made of Teflon, Delrin plastic, and you don't get to screw those very fine and precise threads into brass or raw brass. This is something which is going to keep your nib from drying. It's going to offer a very smooth glide when you thread to cap the fountain pen. And this is the gorgeous carandache 18 karat gold nib. It looks to be like a size 6 with a beautiful motif, hexagonal with a dot in the middle. This is a fine, and this nib is unique. Just like the fountain pen, it's unique. I've seen a lot of European fountain pens, and those have like a specific look, shape, size towards their 6 nibs. Either that they are made by Bock, Jovo, or in-house. They all have a specific look. And I know every single look, but this one is completely different. The nib is wider right here at the 2 shoulder points, and it's very narrow right here at the base. And this gives a very unique sensation in writing because the nib itself, when you touch the paper, it's soft. It is very gentle, it is very precise, and it has a different feel to it. I believe this nib is either made in-house or proprietary only for carandache because I have not seen this nib pretty much anywhere else in our industry. It has a ABS plastic feeder, if I'm not mistaken, and this offers a very rich and consistent ink flow. To the best of my knowledge and experience with carandache, every single fountain pen writes great out of the box. These nibs are available in fine, medium, and broad, and I believe this is a nib to get. So if you don't have a carandache till now, get one because I believe it comes with a unique writing experience. So you don't get the same nib in a different fountain pen. You get a different fountain pen with a complete proprietary different nib. And let me show you the gold plated trim just as well with a gold plated section. This is very shiny. It looks amazing. Anyway, let's continue with the ergonomics because I believe this section, as slick and polished as it looks, you won't have the sensation of the finger slipping forwards because it has a more accentuated hourglass shape. Right here is thin in the middle. As a diameter, right here, the thinnest point of the section is something like 8.59 millimeters, which in my opinion, the 10 millimeter is the golden number to have as a section diameter because that is very comfortable. Although for the larger nib sizes, which is the 8 nibs and everything, I would want a more chunky section. 10 millimeters or anything close to that, it's perfect. We have a very comfortable section, which makes the fountain pen feel incredibly solid when you write with it and very, very planted when you grip by the section. Then you have the threads, which in my opinion are some of the best in our industry. I believe those are ACME threads. The threading profile is blunt, so you don't get that sharp edge on them. O-ring right here, which is incredible in regards of keeping the cap securely attached. So you get this, and then as you try to uncap the fountain pen, it's not going to be accidentally uncapping. The wonderful thing regarding this O-ring right here is that it not only keeps the cap securely attached, it can be also a sealing option towards keeping that nib wet inside the cap. As you touch the paper from the first moment, it's gonna write. And right here we have a step up. This is not sharp at all. Then we have the body of the fountain pen right here, the thickest point, which is around 15 millimeters. And from this end, it starts to go down in diameter and all the way up towards the finial, which is simply just a dome shape finial. Barrel of the fountain pen is made from brass. It gets to be lacquered coated with 12 layers, just like the cap. Now let's check out the filling system. Take the barrel out. You see right here another O-ring, which keeps the barrel attached towards the section. As a filling system, the Caran Leman is using the screw-in cartridge converter, standard international. This is very, very interesting because it's a fountain pen which is easy to clean. With this filling system, you can exchange this for any other Schmidt K2 or something like that. You don't run into specific difficulties in regards of maintaining this fountain pen. It's very easy and pretty much you have access towards standard international cartridges like this one from Diamond everywhere. Basically, you get to have one of these cartridges, then you insert, you pierce it, and it's ready to write. This is what I have for you in regards of details for this amazing yet simple carandache Leman. Here we have a snapshot of the carandache Leman capped next to a Visconti Homo Sapiens Momento Zero from Leonardo and Leonardo 12. And the same lineup, uncapped, Leman, Visconti Homo Sapiens, Leonardo Momento Zero, and Leonardo 12. The carandache Leman measures 141 millimeters capped. Uncapped in writing position is measuring 125 millimeters. Posted like this, it's going to measure 161 millimeters. The total weight of the fountain pen, capped or posted, it's 55 grams, and uncapped like this in writing position is 31 grams. Now for the fun part. Let's check out the unique proprietary nib in action on paper. And I brought also some carandache ink, which is incredible in regards of the look. Look how interesting is this bottle, this slanted bottle of carandache ink. We're just going to open this bottle and just dip the fountain pen a little bit in this ink. I'm gonna leave the pleasure of the first draw of ink with the next customer and owner of this specific writing instrument. For me, every single writing session is something unique. What better way to celebrate this than with some interesting Tomoe River paper, which makes that writing experience 2x more interesting, smooth, delightful. This is just how it came from the box. I have done nothing towards this nib. So, pen, Caran, Leman Ebony, black, ink, carandache, ED, blue, nib, 18 karat gold, and this is a fine. Very, very smooth writing experience, very precise, gentle. It is something which I cannot describe because it's different to any other nib that we, me, you, or other fountain pen users are accustomed to. Something which we can easily draw a close by comparison to something that we've tried at different brands. With this one, this is unique to this specific brand and this fountain pen, and I love that. Let's check the wetness. So for a fine point, I believe this is something which, well, let's do that again. It is moderate, wet, but not overly wet. This is something which you can use every single day on no matter what paper you have at your disposal. This is something tamed, wet, but not overly wet. I would put it like a 7.5, 7.8 out of 10. Now, normal, figure of 8. And I told you that this nib is proprietary to carandache. It is, in my opinion, following the European standard. It looks like a fine, not like a Japanese fine, but I do see it very close to a Yovo Bock fine point. Flex. I told you, when you press on this nib, it's soft-ish. It is not a flex nib, but let's see it in action. And it opens up, and what's interesting about it is that you are preventing yourself from over flexing it because it has a sense of rigidity. Initially, it opens up and then it's going to limit you. So this is something which I believe has to do with the shape of the nib itself, which is wide at the shoulders and very narrow at the base. Let's check the famous sentence. Let's use some quick writing. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. Super smooth, hint of feedback, but very faint. So if you like a fine point which is super smooth, this is the one to get. It has plenty of wetness. It shows the line, like if you want a fine point, it will write fine. Very precise. There isn't too much feedback on it, and this is something which I believe can set you apart from other fountain pens of the same nature in your lineup, because this is, as fine nibs goes, this is super smooth. And if I would be to compare a nib like this to something else which I had, which I consider to be my standard in regards of smoothness, I would compare it as being close to the feeling that I had with a Visconti Palladium 23 karat nib. Those were the standard in regards of smoothness, and this is just like that. Considering the fact that gold has been increasing in price, it's scarce, you just have a lot of the fountain pens brands simply going with 14 karat gold besides 18 and making decisions and increasing the pricing. This is a really good nib to have. Like this 18 karat gold nib, bang on, chef's kiss, to say so. It is time for my personal opinion in regards to this writing instruments. But before going there, don't forget, if you find this video useful, if you find knowledge in it, let me know and hit the thumbs up. Help me to expand the growth of the Pen Venture YouTube channel. If you have any other questions, suggestions, use the comment section down below. If you're looking for one of these Leman fountain pens, we have an entire series on our website, links down below, and let's get into my personal opinion. Because I do care about these writing instruments, I'm going to put them on the soft cloth fabric, and they will be resting right here. These writing instruments are unique, different, and can spice your collection to a whole new level, because I'm pretty sure you by now have a lot of writing instruments, or you are getting into writing instruments, or even for a new user or collector, carandache is one of those choices which are different for all of the good reasons. They have a unique nib, they have a unique feel to them, they have like a unique look because the lacquer on them, it's super high quality, 12 layers, polished, sanded in between. This is incredible. Also, the fact that you get a unique nib which is proprietary to carandache may just simply be that decisive factor which brings a fresh air in your collection. It's a writing instrument that you reach for it. It's not super big. It's very practical. You can put it inside sleeves. You can take it with you. In this black format, it's not going to scream for attention. It's discreet, it's serious, and I believe this is something great to start into carandache if that is something which is on your mind. It has a filling system which is very simply to understand, use, and just find ink cartridges, standard international ink cartridges everywhere. So you have a very easy operating platform for your writing needs. Pricing, it's gripped in reality. What we have today, it's a market which is very volatile. The prices of precious metals like gold is fluctuating. Sometimes it doubles, triples in value. Writing instruments like this, which contain gold nibs and everything, can increase in pricing, but in my opinion, for what this platform offers as a pen body combination with the proprietary nib, it's a pricing which is gripped in reality. I've seen fountain pens that offer less for so much more as value. So in my opinion, this is a price which is gripped in reality. I would say from personal perspective and from use and from experience, I wouldn't post this fountain pen because whenever I see lacquered fountain pens, I just don't want to ruin the surface. And on a black fountain pen like this one, which is flawless as you remove it from the box, if you put that cap on the body and you start to post and to post and to post, I do believe that you would find some miniature scratches. No matter how resistant is this lacquer finish, I believe it's going to show those rings or marks from posting. So this is just personal advice, observation. I would not use one of these fountain pens posted. In regards of just aspects which I don't care too much about in regards of the Leman series, it may sound biased, but I don't have one of those points. I love this fountain pen, its size, its use, what it brings to the table, at what cost, the nib, the filling system, which is very easy. So it ticks all of the boxes. I would say that the most intriguing and interesting part regarding this fountain pen for me, it's the clip and the nib. Of course, the body and everything else and all together as a package. But in regards of just me as I perceive this writing instrument after owning just hundreds and hundreds of writing instruments over like 7, 8, 9 years plus, I would say that for me the most striking features of it is the clip and how it's working and the nib. And if you have a Leman fountain pen at your disposal, let me know what you think about it. Let me know if this is something which you experience as well. Use the comment section down below. Like I told you, if you're looking for one of these writing instruments, you can find them on our website. I'm going to leave you the links down below. Don't forget to support us, the growth of the Pen Venture YouTube channel, our reach. It's very easy to do that. If you're not subscribed, click there, turn on the notification bell on, and subscribe. And if you want to follow us with more content, I'm going to leave you this right here. You can click and enjoy. As always, I'm your host Aaron from Pen Venture. I look forward to seeing you next video. Take care, stay safe, bye bye.